Good day, everyone. My name is Jeannievilyn. I'm currently the CEO of Chimes Consulting. It is an IT and digital marketing company based in the Philippines. I'm also part-time faculty in De La Salle University and De La Salle College of St. Benilde. Currently, I'm also taking up my doctorate degree for business administration. Today, I will share with you some of the best practices I have learned from business analysis and documentation. Technological advancements have certainly made an impact in people's lives. As we continue to embark to the journey of growth in the digital space, business analysis is one of the things that are inherently important and must be paid attention to. As businesses need to derive significant data, provide and implement appropriate solutions, monitor its progress, and have a feedback mechanisms. This will ensure that organizational goals are achieved. According to Business Analysis Book of Knowledge, business analysis is a practice of enabling change in an organizational context that delivers values to stakeholders, whereas it is a set of tasks and techniques used to work as a liaison amongst stakeholders, understands the structure, policies, and operations of an organization, and recommend solution that enables organizations to achieve its goals. These solutions may include the development of a software or a system component, improvements in processes, organizational changes, or strategic planning and policy developments. The purpose of business analysis is to identify solutions that meet the needs of our stakeholders. Business analysis involves understanding how an organization functions, defining the capabilities an organization requires for them to provide product and services to their external stakeholders, understanding the current state, and defining and validating solutions that meets business needs, goals, and objectives. Let me take you through a life in a day of a business analyst. A business analyst would start knowing what the envisioned future of the stakeholder is. From there, the business analyst would play different roles. Business analysts are also researchers. They elicit data, getting the right requirements and creating complete documentation of it. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of this. So you need to get the right requirements. The business analyst must be very keen to details as well. Clients of mine would tell me, Lynn, I want a fast loading website. So what is fast? Is 7-second loading time fast enough? Some would even ask me, Lynn, I want a user-friendly system. So what is user-friendly? We need to quantify things. User-friendly for you may not be user-friendly for me. A user-friendly system may be, if you need to check out something, it must be just 3 clicks. So we need to quantify the things so that we know that we meet the objectives that we have set. Business analysts also ask a lot of questions. This is more than note taking. One does analyze the process and ask relevant underlying reasons. You need to interview the different stakeholders sometimes to get the data you need. You need to even observe or you shadow their day-to-day process. It's like doing ethnographic research. And of course, just like researchers, their favorite is finding the gap. Business analysts would help you identify the gaps in your processes or in the problem or the current state to your future state. So they may even help you conceptualize the solution for the gaps. So in general, I must say that researchers are a good fit for a business analyst position. Business analyst or BA does a lot of documentation. It is essential to record the project's history as it can act as the source of truth when decisions are forgotten. By best practice, we do a sign off for each of these documents that we create. Here are some of the documents that we do, but let's dive into the 3 most important ones. First, we have the requirements list. Requirements list is a tabular representation of all your requirements. So some may also call this as the requirements catalog. This is similar to reference list in research. It lists down all the requirements of the business, of the users, of the products, and even the non functional requirements. It may include aesthetics. BRD, or the Business Requirements Document, this one answers the question what the business wants to do, whereas the Functional Requirements Documents answers how should it be done. Functional Requirements Document may also be known as the Functional Specifications Document. This one outlines the functions required to fulfill, again, the business needs. I use this image whenever I do corporate trainings for project management or business analysis. I'm just not sure where this image came from, but this is very helpful. So this one depicts the role of everyone in the project. So as you can see here, the first one is how the customer explains it. Usually this is how the customer will tell you what they want, how complicated it is, all the functions that they need, and the attributes like that. So how the project leaders understood it, then how the engineers design it, how the programmers wrote it, how the sales executive described it, how the project was documented, and what operations installed, how the customer was billed. It's like a roller coaster already, and how the help desk supported it. So there was no support, and what the customer really needed was this one. But as a business analyst, you need to be able to extract the right requirements from your customer. You need to be able to let your team, even the project leader, understand what the business requirements are, how the engineer would design it, or the designers, the UI designers would design it, must be based on the requirements that you have created. So it must be well written as well. So how the programmers wrote it. So this is more on the documentation side of the programmers. But as you can see, overall, business analysis and documentation is very important in every role and in every aspect of the project. There are a lot of best practices in terms of business analysis and documentation. Let me leave you with my top three: document, draw, and sign off. Document everything. So, all the requirements, the minutes of the meeting, the casual conversations that you had for your projects. And then you may also draw diagrams, flowcharts, or similar designs that are related to your projects. You can also create mock-ups. Visual representation and visual logic will be very helpful for different types of comprehension. Lastly, get the sign off for every document that you create. You need to CYA, cover your actions. Don't forget that, as all projects starts with a simple requirement. Thank you very much. That ends my short presentation. I hope you learned a lot. If you have any questions, you may reach me at my LinkedIn profile. Thank you.